Hey everyone, Brian here from Native Instruments. In this tutorial, we'll show you how to find your instruments and effects from Complete Start in Logic, and how to use the plugin Complete Kontrol, which easily organizes all of your instruments, effects, and samples from Complete Start. I have a blank Logic project open, and I want to add my first instrument. If your screen looks different than mine, select Logic Pro at the top of the screen, select Preferences, Advanced Tools, and then make sure this box is checked. You can close out of this window and then click the plus sign to create a new instrument. I'll choose a software instrument and then click on the drop-down menu, go to AU Instruments and Native Instruments. As I mentioned previously, most of the instruments are run inside of Reaktor or Kontakt, so don't worry if you don't see everything that you installed in this list. I want to load Analog Dreams from the Play Series selection, which is a Kontakt-based instrument, so I'll select Kontakt, Stereo, and click Create. The Kontakt window should automatically open, but if it doesn't, you can click on where it says Kontakt on the left to open and close the window. You'll see in Kontakt's browser on the left the three Kontakt libraries I installed with Complete Start: Kinetic Treats, Kontakt Factory Selection, and the Play Series selection. I'll select Instruments below Play Series Selection and double-click the .nki file for Analog Dreams, which loads up the instrument. When I play the keys on my MIDI keyboard, we can now hear the instrument. If I want to change the preset, I can click the triangle, hover my mouse over a different sound category, and click on a preset on the right. Now let's load up a Reaktor instrument. I'll close out of Kontakt's window and click the plus sign to create a new instrument, open the drop-down menu, AU Instruments, Native Instruments, and this time I'll select Reaktor and Stereo and then click Create. I just want to play an instrument rather than build my own, so I'll select Play. All of your installed Reaktor instruments will be under the Player tab on the left. I want to load Laser Bass, which is from the factory selection, so I'll click on Reaktor Factory Selection and double-click laserbass.ens, which loads up Laser Bass. Clicking the area at the top brings up my presets list, and now I can select a different preset. I want to add an effect to Laser Bass, so I'll click the Audio Effects drop-down in Logic below Reaktor. Go to Audio Units, Native Instruments, Guitar Rig 6 Effects, and Stereo. Double-clicking on one of the presets in the browser loads up an effects rack, and now we can hear Laser Bass with an effect from Guitar Rig. Now that you've discovered how to find and use the instruments we just installed, let's take a look at another program we installed earlier, Complete Kontrol. Complete Kontrol is an easy-to-use tool that organizes all of your instruments, effects, presets, loops, and samples. Using Complete Kontrol with a Native Instruments keyboard also smartly maps everything to your hardware so you can find, play, and tweak all of your sounds in one place. Whenever I want to use a new instrument, I always load up Complete Kontrol first. I'll click on the plus sign to create a new software instrument, click the drop-down menu, select Audio Units, Native Instruments, and Complete Kontrol, and click Create. If this is your first time opening Complete Kontrol, click the Scan Library button and Complete Kontrol will build its instrument database. The bottom left area of Complete Kontrol is your presets list. Every preset in this list has an audio preview, which lets you hear the sound without actually having to load the instrument. Just click on the preset name once and you'll hear the audio preview. To load a preset, just double-click on the preset name. Complete Kontrol also has an advanced filtering system, so rather than going through the entire presets list, I can simply search for a type of sound that I'm looking for. It will refine my presets list to only show me presets that match those characteristics. I can filter for bass presets that are synth And now my presets list in the browser is showing me presets that match those tags. The first preset I load could be from Reaktor, and the next preset down could be something from Kontakt. This lets you find a particular sound quickly. This filtering also works on individual instruments. If I click where it says All Instruments, I can see all of my installed instruments. Let's click on Reaktor. Now Complete Kontrol is looking for synth-based presets just inside of Reaktor. I can change my filtering to synth lead, and now my presets list is only showing me synth lead sounds in Reaktor. Included in Complete Start is the expansion selection, which is a collection of almost 1,500 loops and samples. In Complete Kontrol, you can easily access them by using the loops icon or the one-shots icon. I'll click on the loops icon, click on all loops, and select expansion selection. I can now filter for drum loops. When I click on the loop name, you hear the audio preview of the loop, which actually plays in sync with your project's BPM. From here, I can drag this loop directly into Logic. Another option is to double-click on the loop name and load it into Complete Kontrol's audio engine. The same goes for one-shots. If I click on the one-shot icon in Complete Kontrol, I can filter for sounds like kick or snare. You can drag these one-shots directly into Logic, or you could drag them into Logic's Drum Machine Designer. Now what are you waiting for? Start making some music with Complete Start.